This will be a long one, no pun intended, or maybe. Author, Dr. Professor Francesca Stavrakopoulou. The divine penis bow has indeed been remembered, although not quite as Marduk might have expected. Instead, it's associated with Yahweh, the God of the Bible. He too is a warrior deity whose signature weapons of thunderbolts, lightning strikes, and torrential rains are equated with the devastating impact of his mighty bow and speeding arrows. Like Marduk's bow, Deluge, Yahweh's bow is identified with his erect penis, albeit in the euphemistic language of bare flesh. You brandish your bow of nakedness. You satisfy the shafts of your bowstring, enthuses the prophet Habakkuk in his glorious graphic vision of Yahweh as the ultimate phallic warrior. Throughout the Hebrew Bible, this is the God who is said to crush the genitals of his enemies so they cannot rise up against him. His weapon is so intimidating that when he approaches, his enemies' own bows slacken and droop, their penises sink, and their genitals tremble. More horrifying is the sexualized nature of Yahweh's punishing assault on his own people. When he turns his bow on Jerusalem, it casts a vicious, humiliating attack by a hyper-masculine aggressor. As a poem in the 6th century BCE Book of Lamentations suggests, he bent his bow and sent me as a target for his arrow. He shot into my organs with the arrows of his quiver. He made my teeth break on gravel and made me cower in the dust. Of course, it is with this phallic bow that Yahweh, like Marduk, is said to have defeated the great sea monster, piercing its body to expose its innards. And he, too, appears to hang his bow in the skies in the biblical story of the flood, which incorporates motifs drawn from the battle with aqueous chaos. Yahweh memorializes the subjugation of the deadly waters by suspending his war bow in the heavens. My bow I have placed in the cloud, he declares. When I bring a cloud over the earth and the bow appears in the cloud, I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living being, so that the water shall not again become a flood to annihilate all flesh. The transformation of his war bow into a rainbow was made easy in biblical Hebrew, in which the word keshet, or bow, is used for both. But the phallic associations of this commemorative sky sign were clearly recognizable to his worshippers. When the prophet Ezekiel beheld God's genitalia, he likened what he saw to the deity's phallic weapon of war, describing the glorious sight to be as dazzling as the bow on a cloud in a rainy day. The rainbow at which so many of us have looked in delight, wonder, is a polychrome vision of God's weaponized penis. There you have it.